Scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, all the way down to the Caribbean. Yeah. But through the power of the Most High, the great arm and strength of the great Haile Selassie Kadamawe, the children of Zion shall rise. Sure!
I want your love, baby. I want your love. When a man needs a woman's love, when a man needs a woman's kiss,
Ja, 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 ja.
Control room. So basically we use these focals as the main monitors and the tannoys as secondary, and we've got some horror tone up there for a nice crusty sound check. We use Pro Tools HD, you've got split screens, all the industry standard plugins like waves and various other things like valve and tape emulations. Running off the dual quad Mac Pro. There's also a sub down there for the tannoys and surround sound. We've got 5.1 when we need it. We've got two 192s, Digi Designs, and we use Focusrite mic pre's. We've got 8 here, and we've got the channel strip here, the Voice Master Pro, which is valve, which is very nice with built-in compression and things. We've got a Lexicon Reverb and DBX compressor gate, although we tend to use the plugins much more now. And we've also got PreSonus mic pre's because we've got 16 inputs. So we can use 16 channels at once recording, then obviously you can add more after. We've also got the TEC Electronic Power Core for extra DSP effects, and we've got the Focusrite Liquid Mix up here. We mix it using the computer and the Command 8. We do own this Mackie mixer over here, which again we don't really use it because you can do so much from in the box, and there's a bit of history there at that player. There's another Mac here for me to work stuff out on, and there's even a reel-to-reel over there for chopping up analog loops. We've got various synthesizers, different amps, even a little Marshall knocking around over there. The control room is treated, so there's kind of foam and Mellotech and things everywhere, some diffusers at the back. So we've got a dead end and a live end. There's an old analog Korg MS-20 synth of mine there that we sometimes use. And various MacBooks floating about for people to work on as we're recording. We've got the KRK Ergo Room Correction System, which just tweaks your monitors a little to match the room, makes some fine corrections. We've also got Logic on here, which we tend not to use, tend to use Pro Tools, and I think Cubase is on there as well, which I used because I use PCs as well as Mac. There's a ribbon mic there. We've got some ribbon mics and more valve mics before we went up kind of more specialised or high-end recording. And you can see again the live rooms from here, both that side and this side where the drums are. Yep. Right, this is one of the live rooms, maybe the principal one because it's where we do the drums. At the moment we're just set up for a young band that are trying out their first recording who are attempting to write a synth line through the window here. If you beam through there, you can see the live rooms. You can see the control room and vice versa. There's another live room at the other side, another live room through the end there, and we've got 2 more rooms we can use here. So drums are done here, electric drum kit and standard drum kit with a bit of a bass extender that we've created here to get a tighter boom from it. Sound treatment, there's loads of Mellotech around and stands so we can reduce spill when we're doing live takes in it. There's various amps from old Fenders and Marshalls to a valve gear. There's a Fender valve amp there. There's a bass Ashdown valve amp here. We've got various bass guitars, electric guitars, and there's even a sitar over there, and an electro acoustic. And then we've got various microphones in here from things like the RE20, which you use for the bass, and there's a D12 inside that kick drum and a Shaw drum mic on the end. We've got the Sennheisers on the toms. At the moment we've got AKGs for overheads, but we also use ribbon and valve depending on what project we have running, and tend to use 57s on the snare. And the room sounds good now. It needed treatment when we first moved in. The blinds are remote controlled, which is really cool, so you can make people disappear at the click of a button. And then if you look down here, there's another small workstation here, which will be running Pro Tools, LE and Logic, etc. for people to write and work on stuff as we're going. And if you come down here, more microphones, 414s, the collision behind you, valve. This is our portable Pro Tools set up using a MacBook. Just when we record in the theatre over at the end of the studio, we do live recordings, or we take it out to a band to record them live and bring it back to this control room here, which is where principally on the focal monitors there and the tannoys. We've got surround sound. The keyboard. These guys are trying to work out a synth line for their project.
Yeah, we're fire. We're awesome.
We'll come back in a minute.
So fire.
This is another live room where often we branch a second guitarist out to here, and we use the portable sound treatment screens in here to control the reverb. Patch bays over here. It also doubles up as a TV studio, so we can make band videos and things as we work in the studio. And if you come through to this end, you filmed the theatre already, haven't you? Oh, we can go. This is a practice room where bands practice, and there's a variety of amps, drum kits, keyboards in here, which is quite useful. We are getting a sofa delivered, which will be in here soon, where the sofa's going. And we've got the canteen for refreshments, we're going to have a kettle and things in here. Students use this, which is why there are dodgy looking keyboards in there. Should we whiz around to the theatre? And the larger live room, which means we can record orchestras and various other things. More media suites in here, full of Macintoshes and keyboards. Orchestral instruments in there if we ever need them. Oboes and double basses and cellos. 2 more media rooms, 3 more media rooms full of Macintoshes and synths. This is the largest room that we can use for live recording, which that's the studio in there, although the monitors are closed, that's where the monitors are. So we do actually record the youth orchestra in here using ribbon microphones and valves, and put again some portable treatment up, because it's also used to teach, which is why there's a whole array of dodgy looking keyboards over there. And these pod rooms where people can rehearse, because these are soundproof. There's 3 of those. And I think the middle one's used for A-level diploma composition. It's got Logic running in there, unfortunately, but we do own it. And if you keep going down here, the light's off in the theatre.
Yeah, I know where I should be.
Another media room. This is a canteen where bands can eat and drink. And this is the theatre where you can have live recordings and events. This is Writhlington Theatre, which is attached to the studio. We've got projectors, lighting rigs, building some kind of stage going on there for a production. If you look in here, there's a Allen and Heath mixing desk and a Mac and a PC, and we can patch into various things to record. That's where you can have your refreshments. If you've got the time and the budget, you can create the John Bonham Led Zeppelin sound by putting your drum kit down there, tying all of our XLR leads together, and putting the mics up here, there, and there, and you get same reverb you can get from a convoluted reverb, much easier in Pro Tools as a plugin, but it's fun to do.
Then you kind of, it's like what.